welcome back. Oh my god, y'all. I look like a better person. I mean, I put some effort today. I said I cannot come on here and look like a village rat, or a village somebody. So I just decided to, do a little 1 2 1 2, just ka boom ka. Don't mind me. But anyways, welcome back to my channel, guys. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and do so now. Okay, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Anyways, so welcome to Gisting with Bibi. Today I have a very exciting topic for us to discuss. I'll be pretending that I'm discussing with you, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. What am I gisting about today? I'm sure you already know from the title. We're gisting about Meghan and Harry's interview with Oprah. Yes, you guessed it. So let me just quickly, touch on it. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but just quickly touch on it on certain things that I actually found a little bit disturbing, but not surprised. And I don't know why some people are actually surprised by this, because this has been going on for decades, and I just wanted to share with you guys some of my thoughts that I don't know if other people have thought about it or if you have thought about it. Just some things that probably crossed my mind, But anyways, so if you don't know, that would be probably because you're living under a rock, because everybody knows. Meghan Markle and, mainly Meghan and then Harry during the interview, was interviewed by Oprah. So if you don't know, Meghan and Prince Harry left, oh my God, left their title. They decided to give it up and move. Well, they first moved to Canada and then they moved to the US. Now, these were mainly because of security reasons. They relinquished their security, their funds, their allowances, whatever you want to call it, whatever royal people get. They get allowances, they get money to, because they're entitled to. They're royalty. Can't be mad at them. So basically, now they live in LA, from what I understand, and actually not too far from Oprah. I know. So they're not doing too bad for themselves. So they've pretty much found their footing. Let me tell you something. Princess Diana knew what she was doing. She did. Because my girl left Prince Harry some Vex money. Okay? If you don't know what Vex money means, Vex money is pretty much when you are vexed and you're decided that you don't want to do it again. And you say, you know what? I'm going. That's pretty much what happened. He got Vex money, so he had the effrontery, the audacity to say, I don't want to be part of the royal family no more. So I'm gonna leave because I got my Vex money to take care of me and my family. Okay? Let me just speak on that. That's yeah. And found themselves, and now they're able to actually talk about what really happened, why they left the royal family. Now, if you think back a little bit, when we were all admiring Princess Diana and the whole scandal that happened, how she died and everything, I kind of saw a little bit of that in Meghan, because she was just a regular gal. She was just a regular person. She wasn't born into royalty. This was all just a whole foreign thing for her. Now, granted, she said that she didn't quite really know what she was getting into. She didn't really research the family and research, the royal family, everything. What do? Do you curtsy when you meet the queen? Do you do this? What are the, etiquette rules and things like that? Which I find it very weird. That's one thing I would say. This is something I haven't heard anyone talked about. I don't know if you guys thought about this, but if I'm marrying someone of that stature, I will be definitely Googling the hell out of them. I'd be watching movies, documentaries, reading books, researching, asking him obviously a lot of questions, because he's going to only tell you so much. There's only so much that he can tell you and coach you, whatever. The rest you're probably gonna have to do on your own and get to really, get to really understand what family you're marrying into. Because for this instance, you're not just marrying him. You're not just marrying Harry. You're marrying this whole monarchy. You're marrying, it's just this whole thing that comes with him. You know what I mean? So you really have to understand what you're getting yourself into. I find it very hard that she did not do that research and done that. And the fact that she said she did not, I'm just like, Meghan, really? Really? But that's the only thing where I looked at her a little like, Anyways, other than that, my main issues with the whole interview and things that were discussed in the interview was mainly the discussion, or should I say she mentioning that there was a discussion held by someone in the family about how Archie's skin tone was going to be, like what his complexion was going to be. Like they were worried that he was gonna come out dark. My guy, what? Are we literally having this conversation in this day and age? Then I sat back for a second and said, why am I surprised? Why am I surprised? I've heard of this before. I've actually heard people say this in person. So, I mean, they didn't really have it the same way. We're like, oh my God, how is this skin complexion, or how is their skin complexion gonna come out, or da 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 da. But it was mentioned, and you could tell there was a little bit of a, I'm like, why are we even talking about complexion of a child? The child's not born, and even that, it's just looking at a baby. Oh, I wonder if you're gonna get dark. I hope you don't get darker when you get older. Like I've heard some moms say that about their kids, and I'm just like, what? But then at the end of the day, these are the same people that go out and tan during summertime, or tan in tanning beds to get a tan. I'm sorry, I am so confused. I am highly confused by this. It's I'm not saying the royal family or the people, you know, they go tanning and all that stuff. I'm just talking about in general. I'm generalizing this. Put the color issue aside. And you know, it's so beautiful when I see Harry talking about his family during the interview. See, this is the thing with Americans and the rest of the world. Americans are very straightforward. They don't like to hide nothing. They're not ashamed of anything. They will tell you their dirty laundry. They will tell you the business. They will tell you what's happening behind closed doors within their family, and you know, things that are kept or supposed to be kept private. Whereas Harry just kept it very minimal. He's just like, I'd rather not speak on that. When asked about, I believe it was about his brother, or no, when asked whom mentioned or brought up the worry about the complexion of his son, he did not want to answer that. And a few other things, he just kept it very short and sweet, and I like that. I mean, I like they complement each other. Meghan and Harry, like she's the one like, nah, there's something wrong, I need help, or whatever, that she's the one to be very much vocal, where he's just like, everything is fine, I'm good, I'll be like, he's just calm, you know. And yeah, so it's very funny, like, so this interview. Anyways, one thing I have to say about Meghan and Harry, they are just lovely people, lovely. Because you got Oprah over here, you know, asking all these tough questions and everything, you know, direct questions. Or you got Meghan and Harry over here just keeping it very classy. Because as for me, I would have been naming names. I would have been calling everybody's name, okay? I would have been like, there was Brenda, Letitia, Linda, Felicia, all of them. These were the people that said this about Archie's skin complexion. These are the people that made me feel uncomfortable. These are the people, I would have just been naming names. I don't care at this point. I've left. I have left. The British and everywhere else in the world I know of, they're very, you know, private with certain things, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm somewhat like that, where I don't feel like I need to let the whole world know everything that's happening, even if, you know, it's this family. I don't want people to be seeing them in a different light in a certain way. So I wouldn't want to air out, but whatever. I also like how Meghan also came out and be like, this is it, this is me, this is what I'm going through, this is what happened, boom, you know. So different strokes for different folks type of thing. That's my own take on it. Now, the other point that I thought, this is not somewhat disturbing but also very funny to me. We'll shift gears a little bit to what's his name? Morgan Pierce. Our beloved Morgan Pierce. And I'm sure most of you know of him here in the US. Morgan Pierce, he is a host on Good Morning Great Britain, or one of those shows, kind of like our version of Good Morning America. And he had been going on and bashing Meghan, and you know, saying how she, you know, was a shame and this and that, and just pretty much just talking, you know, shit about her, in other words. And come to find out, which I did not know this, he actually went on a date with Meghan before she met Harry.
Walked in, I remember the locals, right, all these old guys like this drinking their pints, and in walks Meghan Markle like $1 million. But they didn't know who she was, but they thought she's something
Beautiful.
special.
Yeah, yeah.
We had 2 hours in the pub. She had a couple of dirty martinis, had a couple of pints. We got on brilliantly. And then I put her in a cab, and it turned out to be a cab that took her to a party where she met Prince Harry. And then the next night they had a solo dinner together, and that was the last I ever heard from Meghan Markle.
Bruh. So you want to tell me you ain't feeling salty now? Of course you're feeling salty. That's why you're going around talking all this smack, all this nonsense, because at this point you sound really, really bitter. You sound like someone who's jealous and just a hater, you know? So anyways, brings me to my point. One of the other hosts on Good Morning, I believe it's Good Morning Great Britain or something like that. And pretty much that host was telling him, like, you keep bashing her, you keep talking all this stuff, like pretty much putting him in his place, you know? And then he didn't even let the guy finish talking or get his point across. He stood up and walked out like a kid having a temper tantrum, like just ran out of in middle of live taping. And it was like the talk for a while, and then the next day he resigns. So either he got fired, in my opinion, I think he got fired, or he was told to leave, to resign. It's best that you resign, bruh, because this look, it's not too good. It's not too good for you, Morgan Pierce. Anyways, but he just kept on going on, and how sensitive, how insensitive of them to, have this interview while the queen is going through hard times right now. Her husband is very ill in the hospital. I forgot what his name is. I can't keep up with these names. I watched The Crown and I still can't keep up with the names. But whatever that show is. The guy is 99, my guy. Her husband is 99 years old. Of course he'll be in the hospital. These are corona times, and if it's not even related to corona, he's 99. My guy, he is 99. He is old. This is what happens when you're 99 in the hospital. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be insensitive and be like, well, whatever, you know. But he's lived a good life, you know. It's part of life. At this point, 99, if you're in a hospital, you know, fighting for your life, and, you know, and you're not stable and all that stuff, chances are, if you come out of that hospital, you're probably not going to be 100%. You're still going to be dealing with a lot of issues in your life. And for goodness sake, you've lived a great life, you know. You've lived a wonderful life. You've had kids, you've been married, you've traveled the world, you've had, you know, highs and lows, and, you know, it's fine. And just because halfway across the world, Meghan and Harry are having this interview, and kind of saying like, okay, people bringing that to line, you just kind of dismissing like, well, this is not, that's very insensitive of them. Why would they be talking about this right now while the queen's husband is in the hospital? So what does that mean? Like, oh, this is going to be very upsetting for her. My guy, that's whatever. What is your point? You know, I get the British are very loyal to obviously their queen and everything, which is obviously they're very proud, and who wouldn't be? You know, you're proud of your country, you're proud where you come from, and you know, a lot of people are obviously like condemning Meghan, and especially Meghan, saying, oh, she came in and pretty much took away the prince, and you know, ripped him away from his home and this and that, and and have him burn bridges with his family while, you know, taking him back to her country. And you can't tell him what to do. That's what they want to do. Whether he wants to burn the whole bridge down and whatever is their own business, you know. I hope for their sake that they remain together, happily married and everything, and you know, and hopefully some type of amends happens with him and his family, and her and everybody is in better terms. But yeah, that's all I wanted to pretty much, you know, bring to y'all, you know, gisting with me today. And I just wanted to kind of like, you know, talk on it, speak on it, you know. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys watch the interview? Because that whole interview was loaded, and apparently there's a part 2 coming out. Is it coming out this week? I'm not sure, but there's a part, I'm sure by the time this video comes up, part 2 should be out. But for those of you that have not watched it, go on ABC and you'll be able to find the interview and watch you a good 1 hour and 25 minutes of it. Yeah, it's 1 hour and 25 minutes. I don't think she disrespected the royal family, in my opinion. She spoke her own truth. And I mean, what is life if you can't speak how you feel, speak on how you feel, speak on your experiences, you know what I mean? Now it's left to the royal family to come and speak on it themselves. What if they want to? They could choose not to speak on it, because again, they're very private as well, and this is, you know, a different world we live in here in the US than over here, so they can either respond to it or not. This right here, okay, I thought it was a funny meme. Okay, pretty much the caption on this one, or a few other memes that I saw, was pretty much the queen making an appearance at the table talk to tell her own side of the story. This killed me. Like, I want to watch this. Make this happen, whoever, okay? No, I'm just kidding, because I know for a fact the way they have been silent about this whole thing, they've just literally put out nothing. They just feel like they're not, you know, they're the royal family, you know, why do I need to explain myself type of thing, you know, that kind of energy. But I thought this picture was funny. This, yeah, hilarious. My favorite. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for coming to gist with me. Thanks for gisting with Bibi. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos of me pretty much giving my own take or giving my own opinion on things, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this video, what I can improve on, what would you like to see. Just give me some constructive criticism or some suggestions, or your own thought of this whole Meghan Markle thing, and Meghan and Harry situation and interview, and just what you think about the whole thing in general. And yeah. And if you did not subscribe to the channel like I told you in the beginning of this video, go ahead and do so right now. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram so that way you can keep up with my other posts. I do post some short, sweet videos there. So if you don't see me here on YouTube, you will find me on Instagram, having fun, posting some nice pictures. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Ciao, ciao.